Hello, everyone. Hello. Hope everybody doing good out there. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hey. Yes, ma'am, it's right. Can you hear me good, boo? Can you? Yep. Yep. All right. Now, okay, I just noticed like you got this crown number one by your icon. What does that mean? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, me neither. I'm so confused, but I'm learning. So the confusion ain't forever. Hey. But anyway, y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Y'all, oh my God, we're gonna get into this because tell me if I'm tripping, but like, um, these past couple days, did y'all feel like the energy was just sucked from you? Or was I just tired? Like, let me know. Because there's a lot that's transpired in these past few days. I mean, it was All Hallows Eve. Um, and then, Day of the Dead. And then, we in this harvest season. We're coming up on a full moon. Just let me know if I'm tripping. Okay. There's a lot going on in the atmosphere. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Hey, niece. Hey, nephew. Y'all know it's your intuitive auntie coming through from the intuitive hour live right here with the 11th path. I'm so grateful to be in existence with you all today. This digital collective energy. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Say hello if you've just tapped in. Let me know you're here and you're well. Oh. Okay, so I gotta get my computer loaded up, y'all, because yeah, that would be kind of safe. I see we got some folks in here. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right. So, as you know, we're about to be stepping into this Taurus full moon on Wednesday. It hits Wednesday night. And y'all know I'll be listening to Spirit, and Spirit said we got to prepare the ground before the harvest. So that's what we are zoning into this evening. Before we get started, y'all know I like to get some breath work in and get grounded into this moment in this space. So if you will, get into a seated, comfortable position. If you're laying down, lay. If you're sitting, sit. Whatever your pleasure, it's your business. But we're gonna release this day, okay? We're going to take a few deep breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths. When inhaling, please feel those bellies. Get out of that chest breathing. Get into belly breathing in through our noses and out through our mouths. This last breath, we're going to inhale and exhale all that no longer serves. Divine Most High, thank you for this moment being connected with our collective folks. I ask that you cover us with your utmost protection, that anything that means us any harm may not penetrate this space, our minds, our bodies. Allow the message to be heard, allow it to be clear, and allow everyone here present at this moment to receive whatever it is they need to receive. Alignment, ascension, ashe. All right, guys. Let me know you're here. Let me see who's on. Throw a heart in the chat. Do something. All right. So while y'all doing that, just like I just said, Wednesday night, full moon in Taurus, okay? Um, it's time to prepare the ground before the harvest. So we're going to get into a little bit of grounding tonight. This is going to be geared around grounding our energy. And also know that if you've been feeling a little wobbly or a little, shaky between like peace and pushing progress, between peace and work, between trying to find your space and trying to have peace in it, tonight's your sacred pause, okay? And I don't know if y'all been going through that, but I know when I always go to the higher and go into a meditative space before I come on live. And what the hires were revealing to me was, it's been a little shaky these past few days, maybe months for some, maybe weeks for some, but it's definitely been you know, some energies out there. And we're here to come into our sacred pause, okay? So before I get into the cards, I first want to kind of get into some cosmic tea, if you don't mind. First we're gonna talk Taurus, okay? And one of my homies on here, I was Taurus. This is your energy this month. But anyway, I'm being extra. Don't pay me no attention. But anyway, so let's talk Taurus, boo. So as we know, or probably don't know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, Venus is the planet of pleasure. Hey, Fresh. It's the planet of pleasure, the planet of comfort and value. Okay. Taurus energy, however, teaches us how to enjoy what we've built. It's about slow growth that lasts. Okay. And I know my Tauruses, they're all about their routines and they're about their comforts and values and things of that nature. So let's go with it. So the moon is Wednesday. The full moon is Wednesday. Okay. And soon it'll shine on where we've been working too hard for things that should come naturally. Y'all hear that, T? The full moon is all about culmination, harvest, and release. So it's about showing you what's really going on. It's about retrospection too, like to kind of see everything that's been going on up to this point. It gives us a moment to just kind of pause. I mean, yes, it also can be intense emotional energies, a lot of things going on, but the full moon is there to shine a light on all of it. So that's what the full moon does for us throughout our moon cycle, which is fairly important. Um, what else did I want to hit on? Oh yeah. Also, Taurus is asking us, are you aligned with what you truly value? Okay. Are we aligned with what we truly value, or do we even know what we truly value? All right. So y'all know I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Some of y'all been manifesting from survival mode, aka hustling, doing what you got to do day by day. Um, and sometimes we can look at that as hustling for our worth. And guys, we are already worthy. This moon is saying stop chasing stability and start embodying it. Sometimes we can get knocked off our rockers, and the first thing, especially our Taurus energy folks, it's all about stability. Do I have the next whatever I need? It has to make sense, blah, 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 blah. Nothing wrong with that. But this moon is really asking us, are we embodying our stability versus out here trying to, you know, striving to survive. So the moon is asking you once again, stop chasing that stability, y'all, and just embody the stability you have. Become aware of it, become grateful for it. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this card pool. And we're gonna do a 3-card spread. Let me go ahead and get the shuffling. So with this card spread, the first card is gonna be all about our current energy in the moment. Whoa, this fell out while I was shuffling. The next card is gonna be about what are we releasing? And then the third card is what are we manifesting? What do we want? What are we creating with all of this energy? I'll try to give Spirit a chance to work through the cards. But I don't mind pulling if I have to. Nope. Okay. Oh, nope. Spirit said, not yet. I said, okay. Sheesh. Okay, you're the boss. Whoa, see what I mean? Dang, you knocked them both out for us. Okay, let me move this deck over. All right. Dang. Well, my goodness gracious. All right, so once again, that first card, our current energy, okay? This is what our current energy is in this moment, okay? And this is the light card. And the light card in this deck is usually, well, in the original tarot deck, it would represent the sun. So the light here. And the light is saying to us, um, this card is all about joy and success and embodying that. In the tarot deck, every time I did the sun is one of my favorite cards in the original tarot deck. And in the original tarot deck, it's a kid completely nude on a horse, a white horse with all these sunflowers everywhere and the sun shining bright. And it's just, a recognition of our innocence, of our joy, of our enthusiasm. Okay. And this is the current energy right now that we are light, guys. Um, it's also illuminating something. Um, this could also be talking about a new birth into something or a renewal to a new life or a new way of thinking or a new way of being. Okay. Um, it could also mean that quite frankly, your time to shine. So the cards are telling us right now it is our time to shine. Be in your authentic joy, your authentic illumination. Be you truly. This is the current energy. Then, ooh, we have this one. So, what do we need to release? Suffering and silence, boo boo. It's time to stop suffering in silence, okay? It's time to finally let go of the things that's limiting us. And it's funny because if you were here last week, this kept coming up a lot. Not this actual card, but the meaning of this card. That was time for us to finally start letting go of limiting or negative beliefs, okay? And then it's asking us a question like, are we allowing the things that aren't going that great in our lives or the things that hurt or the things that or the actual issues in our life, are we allowing them to become greater than what they really are? Are we focusing so much on the issues that we're not taking the time to see the blessings? And then when I also see this card about suffering in silence, I mean, this is why I do the work that I do as a life coach. Well, I'm gonna actually go back a little bit. Growing up, I was taught, the things that make you look bad or the things that you don't really want people to know, you're supposed to hold that in. You're supposed to just get over it. You're supposed to just suck it up and keep hustling. Okay. But this card right here is telling me it's time for me to do something different with that. So I need to release the negativity. I need to release the limiting beliefs. And it's time to finally stop suffering in silence. I actually practice this now. I have a whole group amongst me that whenever things are going just a little bit too rough for your girl, I reach out to these people. I let them know where I'm at. These are people I can trust. And I allow them to tell me the things that's gonna punch me in my stomach, that roller coaster feeling you get when somebody tell you something you need to be hearing, but you ain't really trying to hear it, but you need to hear it. When you feel that roller coaster feeling in your stomach, that's something telling you this is something you need to look at and something that has the opportunity of being changed if you do some work. Um, this could also mean that, we mentally are putting a lot of things on us mentally. Like we're in our heads about things. Like anybody that's on this line right now, if you're going through anything, if you got someone close to you, a professional, a close family member, clergy, whatever it is you do, however you operate that system in your life, let someone know what's going on with you and allow them to help you out. Like I think we're getting very dependent on self due to our hurts and our past traumas or whatever the case may be to finally start saying something. Stop the suffering in silence. So the things to release right here in this moment and coming up on this moon is to stop suffering in silence. It's okay to reach out to someone, put out your hand and allow them to hold it for a second, to allow someone lay on someone's shoulder to cry on or whatever the case may be. Like it is okay. Like it doesn't make us weak. It doesn't make us less than. It's actually something that is more for our benefit than we could ever imagine. So I just really wanted to share that because I think we get lost in societal pressures and forget that it's nothing wrong with reaching out to somebody else and getting the help you need to get through something. Um, this could also mean that our fears could be confronted right now. And if our fears are being confronted, face them head on. Fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's just unfortunately we have this body system that responds to any type of fear all in the same way. So it's for our benefit, but it can also, run us a little ragged. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right. Next, we have well, what's manifesting? What's gonna be manifesting from all of this? It's time for us to stand our ground, baby. Standing our ground. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So this card usually comes up at a time when we're probably being tested or challenged in our everyday lives. I mean, if you just look at the world around us, everything is being tested and challenged right now. But this card is giving us the initiation to stand your ground. Okay. And also know that you have the strength and courage to stand your ground. You just got to tap into it. Stand your ground. Start feeling and learning and understanding what's for you and what's not. And what's not for you, you let it go. But what is for you, when that's being challenged, stand on it, speak on it. There's nothing wrong with it. Um, it's also telling us to be brave and to be true to our values. And like we were talking about earlier, Taurus energy is all about values. And sometimes we have these values that are bestowed upon us based on the way we were brought up or whatever the case may be. But have you really looked into what are your personal values? What do you see as valuable in your own life? And if you do know what those things are, stand on them. Stand your ground. Speak up for yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. So, yeah. So, you are the light. Stop suffering in silence and stand your ground. That's what's coming up now. Any questions, comments, concerns so far, guys, before I start asking if y'all need some cards? Mm, because as y'all can see, it's a story. It's a story showing up right here. You have a tremendous light, all of you on this line. You have a very tremendous light. You are the sun. Shower yourself and others in that vitality. It is you. It is who you are. There's nothing wrong with it. But to overcome that, we have to stop suffering in silence. If there's help that's needed, if there's things that you can't obtain on your own, reach out to those who's more than willing to help. There are people out there that are willing to help us if we stop suffering in silence and let people in. And then once you overcome that and you find out what those true values are, we go into standing your ground. Now, standing your ground doesn't mean go out here and be a butthole to everybody, but it means knowing who and whose you are and standing in that. And if they don't like it, I want to say the other word, forget them. Forget them. All right. I felt them too, sis. I swear I did. I felt them too. All right, so as we move over just a little bit from the cards that I've just pulled, first of all, if you have any questions or anything else you may need to hear or something that resonates from this deck that I possibly missed, please put it in the comments. It's right there for you. Also, I want you to drop in the chat one thing you're thinking about grounding this week before the full moon brings everything to the forefront. One thing. Something you might need to look at and ground. I know for me, I've been overcoming a lot of things, taking care of my mother, and it's just been a lot of paperwork and a lot of monotonous, like gut-wrenching stuff. And the way that I feel I need to ground this week is first by trusting the divine that all is going to work out in its own divine time if I just do the work. And secondly, taking time for myself, grounding into my breath, into my movement, and paying attention to my body. So, what are some things that y'all could do to ground? Put it in the chat. All right. So, does somebody want me to pull a card for you or roll some dice? Y'all quiet out there today. Let me get a roll. All right, sis. So, for those of y'all, if you're new here, you haven't been here for a die roll or the dice roll, it is a three dice roll. Each dice has something specific. The one dice has numbers, which signify the houses of the natal, the houses of astrology, like the first house, second house, third house, fourth house, and so on. One dice is the planetary die. The planetary die has all of the planets of astrology on it, and the other die is the zodiac die, and it has all of the signs of the zodiac. And we roll these dice to find out the situation that's going on, the situation itself, the emotional side of the situation, and then the area of life that it is pertaining to. And first roll is for Yoni. Oh, all right, Yoni. All right. So we got a planetary die, the zodiac die, and the house die. All right. And the cool thing about this is the planetary die, which is the first die, is the situation itself. Okay. And this first planet is the planet of Venus. That's what's showing right here. That's the glyph for Venus. All right. So Venus. Since we're gonna have a talk at some point this week. Um, because the Venus dice is pretty much pertaining to relationships. I almost dropped something, sorry, y'all. It's pertaining to relationships. Um, and it can also relate to desire or allure. Yeah, I know, sis. I know, sis. And if you don't know, Yoni has joined us for the past few intuitive hours, and this damn dice keeps getting rolled every time. But yes, so with Venus, we already know the situation itself pertains to relationships, okay? It's a relationship thing. And then we got the zodiac die, which is in the beautiful, beautiful sign of Gemini. Finally, we got off the Libra dice because if Libra would have popped up one more time, y'all, I would have just bust out laughing. Not necessarily, sis. It's just reading your life. That's all. It's all good. It's all good. But with the Gemini dice, this is pretty much the emotional. This is the emotional side of the situation. And Gemini, I think you're getting to a different level with it now, sis, because when this Gemini pops up, it's like I think you're finally in a place where you're seeing the situation from both sides. It looks like some healing is finally taking place. You're starting to look at it from both sides of the angle. However, you could be possibly overthinking the situation as well. We may need to take some of the, take it, just, take a pause from it for a little bit. Get out of it for a second. Do something else. Because there could be some possible overthinking about the situation at hand. And then the area of your life that it pertains to tonight is the eighth house. And the cool thing about the eighth house can represent transformation. One of the things, and if you know anything about astrology, the houses, there's so many meanings in each house. Like it's a trip. I just be like, bro, like, why so many? But hey, that's the life I signed up for. But the eighth house uh it's the house of transformation, and it could relate to some shared resources, intimacy. and also life and death cycles. So what I'm taking from all of this, it's like pertaining to relationships, what I'm getting from it is that you're not wanting to repeat the exact same habit over and over again in these relationships. You're starting this last relationship possibly was something that allowed you to really say, this is enough. It's time for me to look at something here. So I'm not repeating the same cycles over and over again. And then coming back and, with the Gemini, it's allowing you an opportunity to look at it from both sides. However, try to take the weight of thinking about this relationship all the time off of you and do something a little different sometimes so the overthinking doesn't kick in. Get to the source of the solution, apply that solution to your life, and then move on. Because in the eighth house, it's all about these birth, life, and death cycles. So you saw where it was birthed from, you see what happened during, and the end of it, which is what the death cycle represents, something coming to an end. So it's like we see it all from all angles, and you are given permission to move on, sis. It is all good. It's time to move on. You take the lessons and you move on. Now let's see what this deck has to say to. Ooh, it fell out. Let's see. Ooh. Now it says, what if it's possible that you are more than you think you are? Choose to be open to new possibilities. It's not no BS. It's right. It's bringing it back to self. Remember this card in the very beginning, you are the light. Stop suffering in silence and then stand your ground. Be the you were meant to be, regardless of what people expect. Be you, do you. Nothing wrong with it. All right. Anybody else want me to roll some dice or pull a card for you? Oh, you want a card today, Chris? Them dice scared you, sis. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, sis, we're gonna pull a card for you. And then Yoni called you out. Ooh, look at that, Chris. Look at that. You very LOL. Y'all silly. Girl, triumphant success. And that's the one. So just like in regular tarot, the one is usually the ace. And the ace is all about new beginnings, something new coming, something being offered. And with the triumphant success card, if I can talk, um, so this card coming up is letting you know, and then once again, this card does represent the Ace of Swords. So, um, but it's letting you know that all you have to do is tap into your strength, your willpower, your determination, your focus. Get all of that together real good. And the potential of you reigning triumphant, winning, getting everything you're working so hard for is prominent for you. Um, as y'all, so this sword right here, double edged, it can cut through any barriers. It's literally the universe offering you what is possible and what you have potential to gain for in this life on a platter. You just got to get into some focus. You got to start focusing more, not being distracted. Pay attention to the things that is for your benefit and not for your demise. That's what this card is telling you. Triumphant success is coming your way. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And see, I know your story, sis. So this card can't be any more truer. Like, look at everything that has unfolded for you in these past few months. Stay focused. Tap into your will. Tap into you and make it happen, Captain. I know, right? Make it happen, Captain. Um, let's see what this one say for you. All right, Chris, this one's, oh, I forgot my little dice over here. Okay, so it says, what if it's possible that you don't have to know all the steps in order to make your next steps? Oh, this card is screaming at you. Please choose to create momentum by taking your next step. Whatever that step is, sis, just do it. Just do it. All right. Anybody else? I know Yoni done called you out. Yoni done called you out, Press, saying to, but I don't know if I'm pulling the card or rolling some dice, so you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. And just a reminder, y'all, this is all about building toward full moon that's coming on Wednesday. Because we gotta release what no longer serves and harvest everything we've been working towards. This is falling out, Precious. I'm gonna give it to you. It says, what if it's possible that money loves you? Choose to be open to money and abundance. Oh, another one fell out. I think that one for me. Hold up, y'all, because ain't nobody else there. Nothing. Let's see. This one right here. It says, what if it's possible I'm making more that I'm making more progress than I realize. I choose to appreciate myself and all I've done to be here now. Dang, spirit, that hits me right in my soul. Because if y'all knew how hard it was to get my mom situated, my mom has a health condition, and I've had to step up as her power of attorney. And the things that I've had to do to ensure her financial stability for the years to come has probably been the hardest task I've ever done in my life. Like, that ish was bananas. And we're finally rearing into the end of it all. And for 3 years, I've been fighting the system, trying to get my mama her due, and it has been so hard. And every day, like, I don't want to get emotional on here, but every day I have been like just busting my butt, calling this agency and this corporation and that corporation, and doing this and doing that, filling in this paperwork, getting this doctor, doing this, doing that. And y'all, I thought I was gonna lose my ish. I thought I was gonna spaz. I almost crashed out many times. Like, it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And seeing this card right here letting me know that it's possible that I'm making more progress than I realize. This is what I want to share with you all. Progress happens slower than the end result. So I always tell my clients and my mentees all the time, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Just keep doing the work. It will show the longer you do it, but you can't give up. Just don't give up. Just keep going, because the end result will happen. And that's the thing. I appreciate Spirit for letting me know that I am making progress. Even if it doesn't look like progress on my end, progress is being made because we're doing the work, guys. So just keep doing the work. It will pay off in the end. All right. If we ain't got nobody, no other card holders tonight, we can get up into this. So first, I want to say thank y'all to each and every last one of y'all for being on the line tonight. It's always a pleasure. Like it's always so much fun. If this message resonated with you, please come join the Intuitive Hour on my website. The link is in my bio on my YouTube page. Um, come join us. We just trip out, you know. We do this all week long. Um, and I'm thinking I'm gonna, nah, maybe not. But anyway, take some time this week, journal your release. Like what are you what's one thing that you're grounding this week before the full moon comes in? What do we need to finally just put the last little stitch and bow on before we turn it over to the full moon and see how that looks on paper and then try to follow it, y'all. It's easy. It's simple, but you can do this. Now remember, abundance isn't a chase, it's your natural state when you feel safe to receive. So get to a place where we feel safe to receive, and you will receive dividends. Trust me. And then, of course, if nobody ain't told you they love you today, Auntie do boo. So much love to all of y'all. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch y'all next week. See y'all soon. Have a good one. I love each and every last one of y'all. Have a good night, okay? Peace.